Hello, TCG enthusiasts, and welcome back to yet another Yu-Gi-Oh! Testing. Well, the last few weeks we played some very interesting decks, and as I promised in the last episode, it's time to get back to a meta competitive deck, and I have a fun one for you today. The one with the mommy. So let's check out the deck. So here is the Labrynth deck we are playing today, but more importantly, this is Brain Chen's top 32 deck at WQC-North America. So we're gonna be playing his deck and seeing how well I piloted it. Anyways, let's go through the card by card. We got the triple Ariana. If you haven't seen what this is, normal or special summon, you can add a card a Labrynth card to your hand, and then if a monster leaves the field by a normal trap effect, you get to draw a card. The Chandelier, pitch it and a card from your hand to set to the field a spell or trap Labrynth card, and then when a monster leaves the field by normal trap effect, you can add it back to your hand. The one 𝐒𝐄𝐿. The 𝐒𝐿, I guess I should say it, even though it looks like a cuckoo clock. But anyway, the clock, basically, you can send it from your hand to the field, your hand to the graveyard. You can activate a normal trap card this turn. So basically, you can set any trap and then activate it the same turn. When again a monster leaves the field by normal trap effect, you can either add to your hand or set the field. You got the Stove, which is the same thing as the Chandelier, except it will special summon itself to the field. We have the two Lady Labrynth of the Silver Castle. She can special summon herself in defense position from your hand when you activate the effect of a Labrynth card. And also you can, while you have set cards, your opponent cannot target this card with card effects. Also cannot be destroyed by your opponent's card effects. And then quick effect, when a normal trap card is activated, you can set a normal trap card to the field. We have the one lovely Labrynth, which again, much like our other one, your opponent can activate monster effects in response to activation of your trap cards. You only use the following effects. You can target one normal trap card in your graveyard, set it to the field, but it cannot activate the turn. Cannot be activated the turn you set unless you control a fiend monster, and also you can rip a card out of your opponent's hand when a monster leaves the field by normal trap effect. We have triple Ash, triple Nibiru. We have the Labrynth field spell, the Labrynth. Basically all this gives us is the ability is when a Welcome Labrynth, which includes both Big Welcome and Welcome, is activated, you can destroy one card in the field. And also, when you activate a non-Labrynth trap card except during the damage step, you can special summon one fiend monster from your hand or graveyard. So very nice. Because again, the Chandelier and the Stove can trigger on the field. We have triple Pot of Extravagance. There's very little time we'll actually ever be going in the extra deck, so we don't really mind getting rid of it. We have the Big Welcome. The Big Welcome can summon Labrynth monster from your hand, deck, or graveyard, and then return one monster to your hand. So what you can do here is that you can just bounce, activate this. Say you have Ariana on the field, activate this to summon like Lady Labrynth, then bounce the Ariana back to your hand and have an Ariana in your hand again to normal or special summon. So in essence, you get another search out of it. And then while it's in the graveyard, you can banish it to return one. You banish this card from your graveyard, target one fiend monster you control, or if you control a level 8 or higher fiend monster, you can target one card on the field your opponent controls and return it to the hand. Basically, as long as we control either Lovely or Lady, we can basically just spin something back to our opponent's hand. We have the Welcome, which basically special summons one Labrynth monster for your deck. And then again, you cannot special summon a monster from your deck or extra deck except fiend monsters. Again, we're not really special summoning much out of our extra deck, and again, all our main deck monsters are fiends that we never even special summon. But anyways, when a monster again leaves when a monster on the field leaves the field because of a normal trap effect, you can just set the card back to the field. We have one Destruction Daramaka Karma Cannon, which is very interesting. Change many monsters on the field to face down defense position. Then, if either player controls a face-up monster, you must send all face-up monsters you control to the graveyard. So a very interesting card he's playing here. Anyways, we also have one punishment, triple Gozen, triple skill drain. Again, setting up big beat sticks is good enough for us. We got triple imperm, and then we have Terrors of the Overroot, which is target 1 card your opponent controls and 1 card in your graveyard, and send that card's field to the graveyard, and if you do, set the other card. So, not horrible. Then for the extra deck, we have triple Chaos Angel, 1 Psychic and Punisher, double Nintest being one of our Dogmatica punishment targets. Double Garu, again, one of our Dogmatica punishment targets. We have the Cerberus, we have the Unicorn, we have triple Murker, which we will be able to go to any of this from the extra deck because these are all fiends. We have 1 Tri-Brigade Arms, Bephoros the second, and then we have a Babushka because Babushka is still a fiend, so if we do happen to get 2 4s on the field like 2 Arianas, we can overlay for Babushka. And the side, we have Bestial Baldrake, Bestial Druid's Worm, double Bestial Magma Hunt, 1 Mudora, 1 Call by the Grave, triple Regeki, 1 Dimensional Barrier, 1 Eradicator Epidemic Virus, 1 Full Force Virus, and triple Solemn Judgment. Anyways, let's see how well I do with Brain Chen's deck. So Lab is definitely a going first deck because it wants to set up its traps. So we're going to choose the paper and the scissors, and we're not going to win. I said I was going to choose the paper, but hey, I chose. Alright, we did get the stove. Not actually a bad man. This would have been a pretty nice going first hand because we have the field spell. Alright, well, we got trap tricks going on here. So trap decks versus trap deck. That's very interesting. I don't know if we want to play this this stove. You know what? I'm gonna stop the Exceeds, the Parallax, because oh no, I don't want to chain anything else. Yeah, Syria's gonna trigger here because I did activate a normal trap card. This is gonna be an annoying matchup. Because this is normal trap card beatdown versus normal trap card beatdown. The trap tricks play a whole chunk ton worth of trap cards, and as do I. Now he doesn't know what we're on just yet because we're on it. But anyways, it's not gonna help. This ghost match is not gonna help at all because, well, no, this is against Attribute. I don't know what all. I think that all of the trap tricks are Earth type, so I don't know if this Gozen match is gonna do well. The Overroot, I'm not so sure as well. Yeah, all the trap tricks are Earth, as I thought. So I may be pitching out the stove for the Gozen match just because there's absolutely no purpose for us to keep a Gozen match with a deck that plays all Earth, and he's just gonna select Earth. Yeah. 𝐒𝐬𝐿 is out now. It's gonna set 1, 2. Alright, well, let's trigger this. Activate the stove. Pitching the Gozen match against the deck that we will set. Big Welcome would be nice here, but I just don't think we have. If we had Ariana, I'd go Big Welcome. But we just don't. And again, putting out the Imperm Kong because I don't want an Imperm coming down on my thing. Alright, well. Cruel Area is going to activate here. During the end phase, you can target 1 trap trick monster or graveyard special summon in defense position. It's going to. Dynana. Alright, well, we drew the Chandelier. Alright, exactly what I wanted to draw. Another monster I can't even do anything with right now. We will chain an activation, the Welcome. We will bring out the Ariana here in defense position. Activate the effect. Let's pop his back row. We'll trigger Ariana here. We will get our hands on a Big Welcome. And then we're gonna set 2. I'm gonna wait for the Chandelier until I can bring out the stove, and then I can trigger the stove on the Chandelier. We're gonna trigger this now, just for my sanity. We're gonna bring out, of course, the lady, grabbing back, activated the effect. What do we want to pop? Gotta remember, Yeah, I gotta remember, the trap trick monsters can't be affected. No, that's a whole effect. Yeah, I can't be affected by trap card effects. Yeah, let's pop her. And then, yeah, I targeted. Let's see, we can trigger 2 effects here. Chain Link 1 to set the card. And then trigger Stove to special summon the card. Now it's gonna trigger the whole. Talk about actually not freaking hitting. I mean, we still get to set the trap, we just don't get to set the stove, which would have been nice to utilize with the chandelier. Again, the one problem with trap trick the Link monster being unaffected by traps means we can't target it with anything. I don't know how they're getting through a 2900 that they can't even target. Okay, so I do kind of want to be able to remove that right now. We're gonna go over route. We're gonna send the trap to the graveyard. And we can set that because again, that's. Oh right, then we get to special summon a monster here. No, I'm not gonna summon the Ariana. I'm gonna normal summon Ariana next turn. And again, we'll be able to go big welcome on that. I guess a special summon again. I was gonna summon the Trap Tricks Petunia. So little monsters are unaffected by. Oh, that's pretty funny. Which mainly means I'll be able to set everything goes down. We're not gonna trigger big welcome right now. We will trigger just the welcome. Popping this. We will. Oh no, I don't want to trigger her just yet because that actually will trigger that trap card. So no. We will special summon the lady. We will pop. We will not trigger anything else in response. We will normal summon. Activate effect. We will add to our hand. Problem is that Trap Trick monster can't be affected by this either. You know what? Let's add another big welcome to our hands. Ugh, I'm like terrified what his back row is. Activate effect. Let's spin the newest one he just sets. Oh, that's what that is. Okay, so he somehow reset one card. He reset the Grave Diggers. You activate this card's turn set by discarding one normal trap, special summon, defense position. Yeah, sure. Yeah. Alright, well, there's a bunch of dudes now on the field that do stuff. Let's set terrors to the field. Then I can trigger terror. Oh no, I'll trigger it. Maybe I'll trigger it later. I'm not exactly 100% sure. Let's just go to battle. Lady over this. And of course Ariana has no targets. Alright, well, main phase 2. We will set. And we will set because I'll be able to use Big Lab to get my girl back to hand. Well, yeah, we'll activate the effect of Big Labrynth. Chaining in response. We will set the punishment. We will special summon. Yeah, let's summon a second lady. Spin back. Activate effect. Pop. Let's activate chain link. Let's activate her response. Then we will chain the welcome. Then we will chain the stove, which means we'll be able to use, of course, stove summon, set welcome, and we're going to destroy. Let's destroy the card in his hand. 𝐒𝐓𝐃𝐒, okay. Then I think what we'll do is we'll trigger Darumaka, flipping everything face down. Yeah. Now the problem was I probably should have waited. Well, my opponent decided to leave, folks. Well, that was interesting. I'm sad my opponent decided to leave, of course, before we got to play game 2, but I guess they just didn't want to play against the lab. It shows the power of this deck as we saw it. Misplayed that destructive Darumaka cannon. I maybe should have waited for him to go link, because now realizing like everything was already special summoned out of the field, he'd be able to set everything as I delete it here. But it was there. I probably should have waited on that a little longer, seeing what he did with it. But the problem was I still had a whole bunch of back row to still do it. I had the overroute to send something to his graveyard. I could have sent one of his trap trick monsters to the graveyard. I was gonna rip a card out. I ripped the card out of his hand. But yeah, his deck is pretty fun. It's a very interesting deck to play against. I wish we had gotten into the game too, but overall, I guess our opponent just saw that we had the better trap deck. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed today's Labrynth. Because we didn't get a lot, I will probably be doing a second testing of Labrynth. So stay tuned for that. But anyways, do make sure to like, do make sure to subscribe, and do make sure to ring the bell. And while you're all doing that down there, make sure to comment your thoughts on Labrynth. I know this deck is getting more support. What do you think about this deck getting more support? Does it not need more support? Does it need a hit on the ban list? Does it need some kind of, power crap or something, like that? Let me know down in the comments as well. And we'll see you here next time on Mama Dragon's TCG.